Hi, everybody. It's your favorite grandma, Katie, with Grandma's House on the Mountain Facebook page and the Real Messy Gardener YouTube channel. Well, it's January. It's time to start planting our gardens. It's a rainy, yucky day here. It's all gray and blech for a Wednesday, but you know what? We're going to go and jump on the party bus and go on an online tour of my favorite seed sites and a couple of other nursery type sites that I order from and or have come very highly recommended. But let's not delay. Everybody grab their drinks and their snacks, all arms and legs inside the party bus before we depart. All right, my first stop is going to be down in Central Oregon. Strictly medicinal seeds. And yes, all of these seed and nurseries that I'm going to take you to uh, do online orders, just to let you know. But this company, strictly medicinal seeds, I have been purchasing from since about 2005-ish. They used to have another name. I think it was Horizon Medicinal Seeds or something like that. But they changed the name a couple years ago to Strictly Medicinal Seeds. And of course, they are what they say they are, medicinal herbs. They do have some vegetables. They do have some powdered herbs already ground up. If you wanted to do that, I would more suggest using Rose Mountain herbs if you wanted to buy powdered or herbs ready to go and to make into a tea. But they have little groups here of different types of seeds. You know, you have a seed of the first time medicinal herb garden. I tried that. Matter of fact, my calendula and my self-heal and yarrow are still going gangbusters for about last 12 years. So, and then if you want to do any kind of using any kind of natural dyes, they have a dye. I might try that just for fun. I don't know. We'll see. And then, of course, they have the Glorious Garden, $118, but it's all the herb seed packets that you could ever want and dream of. So this is strictly medicinal seeds. All right. Our next stop is going to be down in Missouri. We're going to the Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. Their website is rareseeds.com. And yes, we will talk about this splash screen here. But I just want to talk about the company. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous graphic arts department. Their whole seed catalog is one I recommend you try to get at least once in your gardening life. And you're like, but Katie, it's a seed catalog. No, it's a seed catalog and a coffee table book and a cookbook and 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 it's $15. But it is worth it at least one time in your life because I just recently threw my, I think, 5-year-old one away. I've had it for about 5 years and it was pretty dog-eared, and I think I finally threw it away. Um, but they do have a free one. The free, I think they finally listened to everybody going, I really want to buy, but I can't afford to constantly pay $15 for your catalog. But they do have unique and rare seeds, like they advertise. Some really cool, different. Look at this tomato, Woolly Kate. I might just have to get it just cause. Did you get 25 seeds for 350? Typical tomato. Looks like typical tomato care. That's pretty cool. I might have to look at Woolly Kate. You can plant that in your garden in honor of me. All right. It is cool. Really, really awesome. Different types of seeds. You got dahlias, daisies, dandelions. Here's all the peas, the cues, quinoa. So yeah, there's a lot here. They also have some festivals if you're down in that area. Um, all in Missouri. So yeah, I would love to, but that's a little far away from Oregon for me to go to. But anyway, so rareseeds.com. I'm going to go back to the main page. Now let's talk about this real quick. This is called butterfly pea. It's found in Thailand, Vietnam, the Southeast Asia islands. It is an edible flower. It can be used as a natural dye or natural food dye. You can add it to you know, oatmeal. You could add it to cupcake frosting, oh, anything in between, that you want blue or purple. Now, how it turns purple is that you add a couple of drops of lemon juice. However, I was told that this tea doesn't have much of a flavor, so some people recommend adding some lemonade to it to make it have a flavor and still do the purple color change. So that's probably, kind of cool for kids, or even just for us as adults. I think it's cool. But these are some beautiful flowers. Look at this. Look at this. So let's see how much they are real quick because I'm sure you're going to ask me. 10 seeds, $4. Okay, I have a saying, guys. Give me one packet of seeds or one plant, and I will give you seeds for life. So my goal is to be able to buy one pack of seeds once and never again, unless it's some kind of annual or it's difficult to collect the seed from. Otherwise, I'm all about one plant, two plants, three plants, whatever. Collect the seeds afterwards. Doing good, or let one plant go to seed, whatever, however you do it. But self-sustaining seed supply is what I like to call it. All right, so that is known as rareseeds.com. I have not ordered from these guys, but I have several friends that have, and they've had no complaints. I just never get around to getting or remembering to order something rare off of here. So, all right, so that was rareseeds.com. Next one we're going to go to is probably uh, pretty familiar for you guys. Burpee is a very large and well-known company. They are the ones you typically see in your big box stores or your grocery stores that sell seeds. Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, that kind of stuff. You'll find Burpee seeds probably even in a Safeway. Um, the positive part about buying Burpee online is that you get the full choice. You don't just get the choices that the buyer made for your region. You get the full caboodle with burpee.com. Now, the one thing, if you're like me, you like taking pictures of the seed packet so you can remember front and back of what you got. Um, the mail order burpee seeds, the packets are just plain. They have the name and the text about how to care for it, but no fancy pictures. So if you want pictures, you might have to grab them off of the internet so you kind of have an idea what it looks like. So Burpee is good. I've never had a problem with them. I've had good germination rates. A lot of selection. They've had flowers, herbs, fruits, perennials, supplies, a lot of good supplies here. Farmers Market, Garden Guide. Um, they have all different ideas, how to grow vegetables and tomatoes or vegetables and flowers together, how to set up for a wedding. Ooh, that might be pretty. I don't have any weddings coming up, but I just, hey, I was a wedding photographer. I like weddings. I think they're beautiful. A lot of fun. Uh, Okay, so how to divide perennials, a bunch of really good information that you can get. So that's burpee.com. Okay, the next one, we're heading back to Territorial Seeds in Oregon. These are also a Central Oregon located nursery, seed catalog, seed seller, whatever. Just to give you a heads up, the I-5 corridor, which runs it runs from Seattle all the way down to San Diego, but my section through Oregon here, the valley down there is, I don't know if the statistic is still correct as of 2026, but 90% of the nursery stock in United States nurseries is grown in Oregon. Um, that was the statistic I checked a little while ago, and it might have changed. It's been a couple of years, but that kind of lets you know we have really good growing I mean, I may complain about the gray skies, but we do have good growing dirt down in the valley. So I did my when I had a big vegetable garden down, when I lived down in the valley. It was gangbusters. I struggle up here, and I don't know why, but I, you know, down in the valley I had no problem, no problem. So it's interesting to see. But because of that, we have this territorial seed company is awesome. Never had a problem. Good germination rates. Good customer service. They have a lot of different supplies. Their blog is real good. Garden planner. Their catalogs are always cool. Not as coffee table ish like Rare Seeds or the Baker Creek, but it's still cool. It's still cool. And then they have growing guides, as typical. And then they have all about them. They're family owned since 1979. I mean, it's just if you ever get a chance to come down here into Oregon and yeah, it's you get a chance to see some of these growing operations, you'll have your mind blown. And then this tells it where their farm is. I mean, look at the cabbages on that thing. Look at the cabbages. Oh my gosh. All right. I'm being a weirdo. But again, territorialseed.com. They will ship anywhere in the United States, so no worries. I just found them and I love them, and it just happens to be a bonus that they're in the same state I live in. So it's good. It's good. So territorialseed.com. Okay, and they keep popping up with UC 10%. I didn't log into any of my accounts. I figured it was just better just to kind of show you this around. All right, so we just left Territorial Seed. We're gonna go to Park Seed, parkseed.com. Bought a lot from them. Did have a little bit of an issue with a few things, a couple of items not germinating at all, or just 1 out of 10. Um, at the time, I thought it was just me. Because obviously the error's got to be in the operator, not the seed company. Because they've been doing them for so many years and blah 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 blah. Well, it ended up being the seed company. I found out later that there was some issues that people were having elsewhere with the same seeds I was having issues with, particularly lemongrass and Gerber daisies are the two that I remember off the top of my head that didn't do anything. And when I went to the reviews, people were having the same issue. Now, I remember reading somewhere about Park Seed was working on its, germination. See, they used to not have that there. They used to not have that there. Not that saying that they didn't believe in their germination, but there was a while a couple of years ago that they were having some germination problems. But you know what? You could always give them a try. The vegetable seeds came up, all the other seeds came up. The interesting ones like papyrus and eucalyptus actually came up and did quite well, which I was kind of surprised about. I just wanted to try papyrus out because, hey, I do have a pond, and if I can get it to stay for just a couple of months to look cool, hey, I'll take it. The one thing I do recommend is these poppies. Their poppies are amazing. The seeded poppies. Okay, I grew this amazing gray poppy, and they are gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Every single one of them grew. I had a big full uh, pot outside because our early spring is real hard to prevent slugs and too much watering from the rain to kill out these seeds. So I put them in a container where it's a little bit more controlled as far as at least the slugs go. And if it starts raining too hard, I can pull it under some cover for a little bit so it doesn't drown the seeds or the seedlings. But gorgeous. Did not have any problem with any of their poppy seeds. Their poppy seeds just, yeah, really good poppy seeds, really good calendula or calendula, depending on who you're talking to. But again, it's kind of like burpee, where you get some, it's a wide variety. It is one of the more prevalent ones in the market, along with burpee. They have really nice gold foil packets, waterproof, whatever, foiled. And then some of the seeds they even put in a little glassine envelope inside because they are so tiny. Or whatever, have a tendency to have friction, wear down some of their coating. So anyway, so yeah, so they're good. A lot of good flowers. Oh, this is a beautiful flower. I have so many seeds from this. Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, so they have a lot of different. They have your zinnias, your A to Z, your alyssum to zinnias. So, all right, so that's Park Seed. Just be aware of that. A couple years ago, I did have some germination problems, but don't let that stop you from trying a couple of, if you want to try something that they have. I wouldn't, yeah, give it a try and see, before you spend a lot of money on them. But other than that, everything, like I said, there are poppies and other flower seeds, the lobelia, all that I bought came up, the petunias all came up pretty good. It was just a few things that they were having germination problems with. So, all right, the next one I have not purchased from them, but they come very, very highly, highly, highly recommended. They are 100% non-GMO company, which is one reason why I love them. You don't have to guess. Not that I'm 100%, I prefer to do nothing but non-GMO and organic. But sometimes you want a daisy, you're just going to get a daisy. You know what I mean. All right, so this is True Leaf Market, non-GMO. Has been in business since 1974. What I like about them is they focus, or they have some focus on microgreens and sprouts. That if you were into that, to me, there's nothing better than a pita pocket sandwich with some sprouts in it. Oh, all right, so they have all your flowers, vegetables, bulbs. They have a lot of, like I said, a lot of sprouting uh, seeds, and all your equipment, growing guides, really cool. I have actually spent a little bit of time a couple of weeks ago looking through those. Those are really, really cool. So yeah, they do starts. You can even do, if you're a big farmer, um, you can get, the pallets. If I remember correctly, this company is headquartered in California, but all its seeds and everything and its warehouses in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, 2,400 plus varieties. Oh, look at that cucumber. Look at that cucumber. It's like, a shepherd's crook cucumber, oh, of course, they're not going to show. Oh, look at that one. It's interesting. And look how the seeds come. Look at that seed packet. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so this is just all their different cucumbers. Of course, they're not going to show me the hooked one until I get down to the bottom, probably. Yep, there it is. Yeah, Suolong organic. It's an heirloom, it's a vegetable, it's an annual, good choice for container growing. Yeah, as long as you have it growing up something. Non-GMO and it's organic. So cool. $3.99, 1 gram packet, and they typically tell you 1 gram is how many seeds. Yeah, I don't like it when they do by weight because it's anyway, we'll have to figure that out. Sometimes they'll tell you, they'll put down the bottom, okay, your average seed count for a gram, or an ounce, whatever. This is how much you should expect. But for some reason, I didn't see that having here. Oh, nope, 980, about 980 seeds per ounce. So, and a lot of cucumber. Okay. So this is a company that they also work with. That's a Asian vegetable seed company that they work with as far as True Leaf. You can go just to that brand, which is still through True Leaf Market, but this is a brand I believe that yeah. 1917, they've been the leading supplier of the Asian herb, vegetable, and flower seeds in the United States. So bunch here, if you're into that, water pepper, oh, burdock is awesome. You can eat the roots if you want. It's a well used vegetable in Japan. the roots. Your chard, your Chinese broccoli, I mean, obviously Chinese cabbage you can get just about anywhere. But you never know. You got coffee seeds. You want to grow your own coffee just for fun? You can do that. A lot of different Asian stuff, and that is a company that is being uh, showcased by True Leaf Market. So that's if you're really wanting to grow some Asian stuff, which I probably will too. Throw some stuff in there. Go ahead and check them out. Let me know if you do. Let me know how your results are, and we can all learn together what is a good company and what isn't. But like I said, this company here, True Leaf Market, has been highly recommended to me, and I might try to order some this year. I'm not sure. I have to see how everything works out. I'm kind of think focusing on some flowers this year. I think I'm not 100% sure. That's where I'm leaning. All right, so True Leaf Market is a good company. Like I said, give them a gander and see. All right, our next stop is Johnny Seeds. Not used them. Came recommended to me by several people. One is a fifth generation flower farmer in Colorado. She will only use Johnny seeds for her flower seeds. She grows her own flowers and then does weddings and events and things like that with the flowers she has grown. Gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. Uh, we just wanted to show you real quick. Look at the zinnias. Look at this color. Look at this color. Isn't that gorgeous? The ballerina in the linen. Oh my gosh. That is gorgeous. So some really cool flowers. Like I said, I haven't purchased, but it has been recommended. They have your vegetables. They even have horseradish, fruits, your blackberry, your blueberry, your elderberry, some fruit collections. Of course, all your flowers, your herbs, just like, strictly medicinal. But I don't know if these are non-GMO and organic. So if that's something you're interested in, I would stick probably with the strictly medicinal seeds for that. Then you can get some stuff for farms, if you're a little bit bigger area and you want some cover crops, tools, supplies, your organic. So not everything is organic at Johnny's. So just be aware of that. And you're featured, you're on sale, and then a library, resources, how to's, direct seating guidelines, key information, stuff like that. So a lot of these sites will have some information, whether it's just cover the very basics information or some of them go into really in depth. It just depends on the company. Just depends on the company. Okay, so we're done. Johnny Seeds. Johnny Seeds, not Johnny's. See, they call it Johnny's Seeds, but the website is Johnny Seeds. All right, so Johnny Seeds. All right. Wayside Gardens is a company, I believe it's out of North Carolina. I'm guessing that one, North Carolina. It's been a while since I purchased from them. But I've bought plants, rhizomes, and bulbs from them. No problem. Great. Wonderful. They arrive in good shape. Oh, look at that clematis. Oh, I might have to plant that. And of course, they even have their hydrangeas, which I got a hydrangea from them. I also got a chera from them. Absolutely gorgeous. If you want some Jackson Perkin roses, they also carry those as well. You see some of these tags hanging off of the planters at big box stores, and they do carry these. Like, let's say you saw a real cool, let's say, petunia basket, and they have this proven winner hanging off, and you know the name of the plant you want, you might be able to find it here by clicking on the proven winners. And yeah, I love my hydrangeas. I have a climbing one that does crazy, but every time I plant a little bush one up here, I had gorgeous ones down at my house in the valley, but up here I just couldn't get it to do anything. So they have everything from butterfly bush, rhododendrons, gardenias. Oh, look at the color on that. Oh, that's gorgeous. So, like this one I grow, this is the elderberry I have out in the front yard, the um, black lace elderberry, and they are edible, and the deer love them. And these flowers make wonderful tea, very yummy tea. Elderberry, if you are not aware, is really good for fighting off, keeping yourself healthy from the flu. If you do get the flu, it helps you get over it faster or feel better faster. Let me put it that way. I felt better when I was taking that. I used to the berries are really tiny. So what I do is I froze the berries, and then when I make some iced tea or something like that, I throw the berries in. They double as ice chips for my iced tea that I make, and and you're getting the benefit of the fruit at the same time. So, just one way to do elderberries. It's kind of cool. All right, so this is Wayside Gardens. They have trees, bulbs, edibles, the firefly petunia. Oh, okay. It's a glow in the dark petunia. Okay, what do they mix with it to get it to be bioluminescent? I'm wondering if they, picked on a poor bioluminescent animal to I don't know. I would no idea how they could get that to do that. I mean, it's kind of cool. But 40 bucks, 40 bucks. Doesn't even tell you, is it plant? Oh, must be the plant. Okay. They don't give you the seed. But you know what? You can collect the seed. Petunia seeds are so easy. And you get so many from one flower. You get so many. Anyway, 40 bucks. Wow. Ugh. Don't want it that bad. So Wayside Gardens, really a wonderful place for plants or bulbs, plant starts. So last but not least is my favorite nursery to get fruit trees and the like from. This is up in maybe about 2.5 hours away from where I live. Tree Nursery is up in Washington State. Highly recommended. I have a couple of people that I've been in contact with that do permaculture in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, and they use Rain Tree Nursery for their fruit trees. I've had unboxing on their YouTube channels, and you see how well packed the tree is, especially after riding on a UPS truck or plane, whatever, for the amount of time it took to get from Washington State to New Jersey. So if they can handle it from New Jersey to Washington State, it certainly can handle it, either in the back of my car driving home because I'm going to go up and visit them one of these days, or just having it shipped down, which would be probably a day at the most to get it down here. But they do have a farm that is open to the public. We were going to go, but then COVID hit and they shut down their farm. So I figured, oh, what a great thing to do during COVID. You wander around outside. No, you're not close to anybody. There's fresh air out in the middle of nowhere. Nope, they closed their farm down. So, anyways, I love, love, love this company. They have so many different fruit trees, so many different ones. They have figs, jujubes, pawpaws, mulberries, apples, plums, pomegranates, quince. And they also have rootstocks if you're into doing your own grafting of your fruit trees onto a custom rootstock. Uh, I know how to do it. I just don't. just that's not where I focus. I know how to do it. I could do it quite well, but I don't. That's not where my focus is. But they have, gojo berries, gooseberries, honeyberries, huckleberries, any kind of berries you would want. They have nut trees. I didn't mean to click there, but okay, we're here. Here's your nut trees. They have almond, walnut, the filbert hazelnut that we have out here. Bunch of different. These grow like crazy all over my. It's because I think they've been planted so much because Oregon's economy was, especially Western Oregon, was very much based before Intel and secondary to logging. Filbert orchards were what was here. So you'll see them popping up everywhere, you know, uh, just because there used to be so many of them around the area that, you get little volunteers all the time. All right. So they have, unusual edibles, ginger, asparagus, bamboo plants, caper plants, dogwood, flowering quince, ginger, you name it, they got it. So take a gander at Rain Tree Nursery. Rain Tree Nursery, all one word.com. All right, I'm going to take us back to this favorite pretty splash screen to end on. That is it for today on our party bus tour. Just to recap, we went to strictlymedicinalseeds.com, burpee.com, rareseeds.com, territorialseed.com, parkseed.com, trueleafmarket.com, johnnyseeds.com, raintreenursery.com, and waysidegardens.com. So I think I've given you what, nine sites. Go have fun. Go out and plan your gardens. Let me know if you ordered something cool and you're excited about it, and keep me informed if you do get any seeds from these places, especially ones that I said that I haven't but that were recommended, like Johnny Seeds and True Leaf Market. um, Let me know. We got to share. We, us gardeners, got to share our information. All right, now I got to see if I can figure out how to pull this up and stop the recording. All right, well, I'm learning. I'm learning. All right, you guys, this is your favorite Grandma Katie with Grandma's House on the Mountain Facebook page and the Real Messy Gardener YouTube. All right, guys, you have a good day. Bye bye.